It's Week 12 of the NFL, and our focus is on the Lions' veteran quarterback, who's had quarterbacks numbers all season, coming down with 7 picks. It's the Lions and the Bills, and it comes your way next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Lions in this matchup. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late. So maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And the Buffalo offense ready to bring out their high-powered attack. And at the center of it all, of course, the rocket arm man in his 5th year out of Wyoming, Josh Allen.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Singletary to get the drive started. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They go right back to Singletary. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll run on first down with Singletary, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. But Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott, and the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, we're on the weaknesses. How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Goff now to throw. It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you plan on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Dancing to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, it's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air, Allen. Pressure, he's brought down. There's Charles Harris getting home for the sack. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Back to throw, Goff. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing to start the drive. Allen is brought in by Jamison Crowder. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coach is always talking about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Goff and Williams hooking up there for the Lions first. The Lions at 4-6 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Goff. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Kaiir Elam makes a pick. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And on 2nd and goal, they decide to throw it again, and this result is even worse. They take a sack. On 1st down, it was simply an incomplete pass. Not a good first 2 plays, beginning with 1st and goal.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bills shaken up on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And Detroit getting set to go now. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Our game here in Detroit, a Thanksgiving tradition dating back to 1934. And it is the first of 3 games today, per usual. We'll see the Giants and Cowboys from Dallas after us. And then later tonight, the nightcap, another game with NFC North intrigue. The Pats and Vikings from Minneapolis. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Goff looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff will try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 7.
Goff. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Jared Goff set a fumble on the play.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen escaping the pressure right. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Here's Hines. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. After the interception, here's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Out of the gun, Goff. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. Well, Charles, I think you have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Bills offense and Josh Allen heading back out again. He's coming off his 2nd interception of the game already. And remember, he was bit by the interception bug last week. He threw 2 there as well. So things trending poorly right now as he starts again here, 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. Here's Allen to throw it. Flutt, and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Play action. It's Goff. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes.
So that was a 4-yard loss on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Goff on 1st down. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Goff. Escaping the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks so much. We'll get back to you and Charles in Detroit in just a moment. But first, let's take a look at what's following our 2 games later today. Good games all over the screen there, one being at MetLife Stadium. A big one for the Jets as they get set to play host to the Chicago Bears. In the late afternoon games, it'll be loud in Kansas City, that's for sure, as it'll be the Chiefs taking on the LA Rams. Then on Sunday night, a big one in the NFC to wrap up the holiday weekend. The Packers and Eagles from the Link. Coverage at 8:20 Eastern Time. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot done in the rushing department in those first 2 quarters. They probably feel pretty lucky to be tied here at halftime. Meanwhile, for the Lions, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Off play action. Here's Goff. It's Williams on the catch. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. His throw incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To the air again. Goff. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Goff a handoff here to Swift. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. You finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. First down, and they go with Swift again. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A 6-yard pick.
Once again, it's Swift. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
The running game's playing a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Goff now looking to throw. He's got it. Touchdown. James Mitchell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the 2nd half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Crowder's got it over the middle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Allen. And that's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Lions will take over. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right?
And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Goff throwing again. And he wisely will throw that one away. On 4th down, Goff departs, and Austin Seibert is out there for the Lions field goal now. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too, but it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. To the air, Allen. He'll check this down to Hines. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now Allen. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. At their own 15. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run with Hines, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. A give up the middle to Singletary, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Singletary is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop it all the way back at the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. That little setback there on 1st down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
Singletary again. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That was a huge play on 3rd down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
Singletary, they'll run for it. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Goff. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Back to throw. Goff. And this one too low. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Again, Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 6.
Here's Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he's going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bills offense back out onto the field. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. To throw, it's Allen. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 38, Allen. Forced out to his left. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's got it down to the 28. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. The 30. 10. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. So here come the Lions now. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. And that is incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Goff. St. Brown on the catch. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up third.
Now Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there? And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. Now fair catch is called for and taken at we'll call it the 37-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now it's Goff. Complete. This is Mitchell. And he'll be taken down as that'll net him only about a gain of 9.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Up the middle, it's Williams. Oh, and the tackle comes quickly. That's only going to get him a couple. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from long, very long range. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Detroit's offense ready to take over. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Now Goff on first down. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Goff, and he slings one that's incomplete. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. To the air again, Goff. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. First throw of overtime for Allen. This one caught by Crowder. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bills shaken up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now Allen. And his throw is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Allen. Flush to his right. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He did not have a catch till that moment. Pretty good time for his first one, though, here in OT.
I would agree with that. And just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Tried to find ways to get a lot of people to football. In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game. Now they find him in a key moment. Really well done.
Now Allen again. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Allen now looks to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air, Allen. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Both offenses sputtering a little bit here in overtime, Charles, but give credit to the defenses and certainly credit to them on that last play. That is a huge interception.
I will absolutely do that. They deserve the credit because they forced a punt on the opening drive of overtime. You know no one wants to give up the ball in OT. And now you have them back out there knowing that it only takes a field goal to win this game. Big-time defensive plays being made.
After the interception, here's Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Lions are going to win this game. Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the Lions, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Bills, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4.